and the New York Jets are above 500, stacking up wins, beating the Miami Dolphins. Final score 40-17. What a game. There's so much to talk about. This game was not how I expected it to go because I thought we were going to air it out and Zach Wilson was going to have a day passing-wise, but the Jets ran the football a ton this game. Breece Hall, one of the MVPs from this game, 100 receiving yards on that one big busted play and 97 rushing yards with a touchdown. He might win back-to-back Rookie of the Week, which is amazing. He was a big reason why we won this game, hitting the open holes, falling forward, getting positive yardage when Michael Carter could not. So Breece Hall has established himself as running back one, and he really just pounded the ball down the Dolphins' throats. And then you can't forget about Michael Carter with the 2 rushing touchdowns. Solid day at the office for him, finishing off Breece Hall's work. And then Zach Wilson had that 1 rushing touchdown too. I held my breath there. I thought he was going to get hurt, but he didn't. That was a massive play to give us a lot of momentum in the first half. But speaking of the first half, the Jets played really well. I was impressed with their effort all around. The offense kind of stalled for a little bit though after the first quarter up until the third quarter, and then the fourth quarter is when apparently the Jets just awakened then. But it's very encouraging because I'd rather the team awaken at the fourth quarter when the game really matters most, because we were still in the game. The Dolphins did come back a little bit, give us a little bit of a scare, but they missed the field goal. And then from there, the Jets offense took off and ran with it, and then some big defensive plays this game. This defense, they were terrible at stopping the run. And then the second half, they kind of locked in a little bit more, had some key turnovers. That was a big thing for why I think the Jets won this game, was because of the turnover battle. We won the turnover battle with the Sauce Gardner interception, which was amazing. A great interception, took it back, set us up for, I think it was a field goal. And then you can think about Carl Lawson's forced fumble on Skylar Thompson, where Quinnen Williams returned it. We got a touchdown on that drive. So those are big plays, and both of them led to points on the board for us at the Miami Dolphins' fault. So that was key in winning this game. Jeff Ulbricht's defense decided to step up. I feel like we got a ton of pressure, and when talking about this defensive effort, I cannot not mention John Franklin Myers. To me, he was the defensive MVP of the game because although he didn't get that many sacks on the stat sheet, he was constantly creating pressure. One of the plays I looked to was when the Dolphins were trying to do a double pass where they were trying to pass back to Skylar Thompson, but John Franklin Myers pushed him back a little bit so that the play was busted and it turned into a negative play. And then I thought of the pressure. He was a big reason why Sauce Gardner got the interception, because he was creating pressure and he got his hands on the ball, which is why it was a little bit of wobbly pass and why Sauce Gardner was able to intercept that. So we got a ton of pressure on the quarterback, not just from him, but he's definitely the defensive MVP in my opinion. But the Jets defense was getting after Skylar Thompson and the shaky Dolphins offensive line, which is amazing because these guys are getting paid to get after the quarterback. They're getting paid some pretty good money too, so it was about time that they finally started to show up and really disrupt the quarterback, making his first start in Skylar Thompson. Now, how did Zach Wilson play? Not how I expected, but he wasn't asked to do too much this game. That's what I like about it, is he didn't need to, and he did not lose us this game, which is crucial. No interceptions, no turnovers by Zach Wilson. That is tremendous progress in his game, because I feel like whenever he doesn't turn the football over, the Jets play a lot better. And although I would have liked to see some passing touchdowns, he did not do that, but he made some pretty big throws. The one that comes to mind is when he made that, I think it was a 30-yard strike to Corey Davis on a deep out route by Corey Davis. That was a beautiful throw where he threaded the needle, and he wasn't missing easy passes this game too, which is a big step forward, because last week we saw him miss some easy checkdowns to the running back in the flat, but that did not happen this game. He was hitting Breece Hall, he was hitting Michael Carter, and it allowed for some positive yardage on plays, which is a big step forward. So Zach Wilson, he wasn't a big part of this game. He did get that rushing touchdown though, but you can't be mad because he didn't lose us the game at all, which is really all you can ask for in a quarterback. I know we want him to be airing it out deep and throwing up massive performances, 300 plus yards, multiple touchdowns, but it's okay because the Jets won the game, and in the end, that's what matters, is if the Jets can win consecutive games. And the team responded amazing today, stacking up consecutive wins, because good teams will win back-to-back. They will win multiple games in a row, and the Jets have not shown an ability to do that in the past. But today, it could be a very big stepping stone forward for this team. Speaking of stepping stones forward, the Jets beat a division rival. First time since the Jets beat the Bills back in 2019 in Sam Darnold's last game in that season when they were resting their starters. So it is great to have a division win. And let's just say, hypothetically, the Jets are in the playoff mix towards the end of the season. Well, we need to win these division games so we could win some potential tiebreakers in case that were to happen. I'm not suggesting it, but if that were to happen, this game could be a big reason why the Jets might have an advantage over some of the other teams in the division. Last thing I'll touch on in this game is 21 fourth quarter points by the Jets. This team really awoke in the fourth quarter. You got to give credit to Mike LaFleur too. I did not like his play calling for most of the game, honestly. Even though we were scoring, it wasn't that much, but 19 points turned into 40 points by the end of the game after the fourth quarter, 21 unanswered. So you have to tip the cap to Mike LaFleur, really locking in and honing in on the running game, because that was really what was carrying us and where we were finding success against the Miami Dolphins. But let me know, Jets fans, how do you feel about this game? It's so good to get a win. I got really scared that we were going to blow a game potentially again. But instead, we decided to capitalize on the Dolphins starting Skylar Thompson after Teddy Bridgewater got hurt in the very beginning of the game. So it's great to have a win and to be above 500. It feels damn good to be a Jets fan right now. We got a tough opponent next week against the Packers, but I'll talk about that in my next video. So let me know what you all think about this game. Love to hear your thoughts, who your MVPs were, because mine were definitely Breece Hall and John Franklin Myers. Those two stick out the most for their key plays that contributed to today's big victory. So yeah, let me know what you think, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace.